All right, so I was listening to Brandon Carter yesterday, and he was saying that people don't rise to their ambitions, they fall to their standards. And I thought that was really interesting because, there's moments in my life when I'm really doing good and I have expectations for myself and they're set really high. And then there's other times when I definitely fall to my, I fall off of that and get to my lowest standards of who I am as a person. And I think that's one reason why I go up and down with my weight so much, is because I get to the point where I'm happy, or I'm to that point where my standards become lower than what they should be. And I really like the way he put that. And I think having standards set really high is good, because you're going to have ambition. You're going to say, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. Maybe it's I'm going to run 2 miles today, or I'm going to run 10 miles, or I'm going to make this much money. Everybody has those expectations, and they have those ambitions that they're trying to get to. And I think ambition really sparks it right away for you, and it really gives you that energy that you need to start doing something. But it's those standards that you live at and you allow yourself to fall to that's really going to make the difference. So, I might say I want to run 2 miles tomorrow, but if I don't get up when I know I need to get up, my standard is waking up at 5. And if I don't get up at 5, I'm not getting it done. Or if I want to make, if I need to make $10,000 every month, like, that is a need, and that is what you got to be doing. So that's the standard. Like, you put your standards, like, I gotta make this much money, then you're gonna do whatever it takes to meet those standards. And I think that's what will push you to the next level. And at least for me, that's what I've been thinking about a lot, is like, okay, like, well, my standard could be set really low, and you always hear people say, don't set your standards too high, because you'll never be disappointed. Always aim low, so anything above that is extra. And I don't necessarily like that. I think your standards should be set to a point where they're attainable, clearly attainable, but they need to be set higher than what you either think you're capable of, or if you know you could be doing more, then you definitely need to up your standards for sure. It could be living in a filthy house, or like I said, working out, or spending time with your kids. Whatever it is, whatever that standard is, you need to raise that up a little bit and be better as a person. And I just thought that quote really helped me out. And I think that's, if I can start thinking of my life in that mode, where it's like, okay, well, what's my bare minimum standard for this situation? Are you dealing with a confrontation or something like that? Anything that it is that you're dealing with, what is that bare minimum standard that you're trying to hit? And you got to make sure that you're living up to that, or going beyond what that bare minimum standard is. It could be with work. If you have a bunch of paperwork you got to get done, and you want to get done with two files, maybe your standard is 2 files. So you need to up your standard to be 5. Maybe it's something simple like that. And I've found that tweaking your life a little bit has huge effects in the future. So if I went from my standard being getting 2 things done today at the office, and I changed that to 5, those 3 extra things every day is going to lead to be massive, and it's going to be huge. So anyways, that's something I wanted to point out that I thought was really interesting. And like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, leave me a comment. What do you think about this? What's the standards that you guys hold yourselves to? And what standards could I implement into my own life? I look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing what your guys' standards are. And if you don't have any standards, then raise them up.